All right, guys, let's jump in game.
It was a very expensive lunch. It was delicious.
The funny thing was...
Thank you, Philippe, for taking us to that delicious lunch.
Okay, let me introduce the players. We have Puzzle, of course, Slayer's Puzzle once more, spawning on the left top side of this map. And Mouse Morrow, our lovely Swedish Zerg, spawning on the right bottom side of the map. The funny thing was, by the way, guys, I was realizing how much this was going to cost. And it was sort of like an all-you-can-eat restaurant. So I was like, okay, 50 or 60 euro lunch. That's pretty expensive, but okay, I can live with that if we sit here for 2.5 to 3.5 hours and I eat so much that I won't be hungry for the upcoming 3 days. But Philippe, he has like a little bit of steak, and after 15 minutes he's like, all right guys, I got you so much to show. And I'm like, no man, I really
just got here.
Yeah, I really need to eat more meat. And he's like, wow, you're gonna eat more? I was like, well, yes.
Again, hatch first for Morrow.
And once again, a pretty early forge for Puzzle, so Ben.
I wonder why Morrow is insisting on hatch first. I mean, it's not like Zergs have been struggling economically against Protoss.
No, I think that the opposite is true. But we'll see. Maybe he just, I don't know, maybe he feels more comfortable.
This looks like a better map for cannons in the natural too. You could cannon from the ramp to that wall.
The funny thing is, I feel that his hatch, like his third hatch, was even later than with the regular Zerg build. How cool would it be if you see double hatch first before spawning pool? But I think that's...
I've done that before.
And did it work?
Yeah, it's good. But then, you know, then if they build cannons or something like that, things gets annoying. It's always kind of flipping a coin. But yeah, 2 hatch before pool was also a brood ward build.
I've seen TLO do it a few times on the stream.
TLO likes to go like 4 hatch before spawning pool. He's like, how many hatcheries can I build?
Well,
I mean, it's
not many against me, Ben. I would cannon each and every one of them.
the truth about builds like that, like there's efficacy in it, and you know, you can sometimes justify it, but it's just as much of a cheese as a 6 pool. It's like saying, hey, you know, I'm just gonna flip a coin and hope that I can win with the sheer strength of macro.
A little bit of a wall up. This is a very susceptible wall for Baneling bust, man.
I like it.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Speaking of pronunciation and of words,
yeah.
I was so offended today. I walk into the office and my producer hands me this. It's a memo. The title of the memo is Other Words You Should Know. And he's got like 5 words that I guess we use a lot and like 50 synonyms for each one.
That's
so apparently we overuse silly, amazing, huge, standard, and blunder of all words.
Well, Ben, I really think that's a silly memo. I would never say that something is amazing, or do I make any blunders. I mean, it's kind of standard that we that we perform up to this huge task of performing every single day.
This production. Roddy can't even pronounce blunder, and you're saying he uses it too much.
Very funny, man. Very funny. Alright, so we see Morrow right now on 3 bases. He's slowly but steady getting more drones. He has, of course, a good view on what's going on in the natural of Puzzle. We saw Wydra following this up with his target. He was super, super effective against Chef. But let's see, he's pushing out the Zealots, actually. That's interesting. I guess he's just going to stop with 2 Zealots, because more would be silly. This is such a long map, so going for a little bit of Zealot aggression wouldn't make a lot of sense. And yes, he does stop. Oh, he's supply blocked, actually.
Yep.
Not able to get that sentry out yet.
Small supply block. Pylon finishing up just about now.
Why would you say I can pronounce blunder, man?
Oh, no, it's just teasing,
that's just silly.
I'm sorry. It was a sheep-headed statement. I take it back. I feel as if I have whoppingly offended you.
Well, Ben, I think that's astonishing, and you know that I think you're a miraculous caster. Those are a few of the words that our producer handed up. Anyway, we see these 2 Zealots do make it over all the way to the other side of the map.
Doing a remarkable amount of damage to that hatchery.
However, the extraordinary amounts of drones and Zerglings are already on the way, and they should be able to keep this hatch alive.
Oh man, losing these 2 Zealots would be a truly sheep-headed mistake on behalf of Puzzle.
But this is kind of childless and crazy and dippy and fizzy on the same moment.
Okay. All right, that's enough synonyms for one day. We're going to turn this into one of our little segments. Other words you should know.
Have you heard?
Have you heard that there are 18 different synonyms for amazing?
See quite a few gates being wiped in right now for Puzzle. +1 is on the way as well. A lot of drones on the way for Morrow. I'm kind of wondering where Puzzle's going to take this, man, because so far it's gate only.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Maybe a little bit of what we saw Mana do, a little bit of 4-gate pressure, slowly but steady transitioning into Blink.
But he doesn't have any pylon element map that I can see.
Nope, not yet.
Morrow's got speedlings out, right? Doesn't at least have speed.
Yeah. Ah, robotics facility being wiped in right now. That's a late robo. For instance,
War prison.
you think so?
That's the only thing I can come up with.
See double Evo chamber once more from Morrow, who seems to be heading into a very Zergling heavy style once more. A style that I love to observe, one of the most exciting forms of ZVP, even though this is a very exciting matchup in general. A ton of sentries.
You know, if there is a weakness to Zergling-centric styles, though, I feel like it is in the +1 gateway timings, because there's just this small hump that you have to get over with it before you've got your Banelings out, before you can drop stuff, before you've got all that extra mobility and that huge economy. And Puzzle seems to be exploiting that a little bit as we see him pushing out once again. Morrow immediately starts some Lings, but Lings alone are going to be kind of lackluster against this armor.
As long as he snipes the violence once more. Ooh, Morrow sacrificing a couple of Lings. You're right, Ben. The Baneling nest is not ready yet. I'm kind of worried about for Morrow right now. He has 10 Zerglings on the map. That's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he's got a ton of drones, but I mean, right now all he can really hope to do is produce enough Zerglings to get through this. He's and Puzzle, I feel like he's just positioned everything brilliantly. He's blocking that pylon. He's right at the top of the ramp. One stalker will get caught here.
Really nice pick-off, but I'm not sure how much it's going to matter. I mean, the more time that Morrow saves, the better this is going to get for him. Oh, careful, Morrow. I love the little sandwich that he's setting up. He knows that if he picks up this pylon, he takes the real juice out of this push.
Does kill the probe, and that's certainly a small victory. It means that
that sounded weird.
No, takes the juice out.
Taking juice out of the push.
Oh man. Maybe Morrow's gonna, maybe Puzzle's gonna clean up and pull out.
Yes. He might just do that, but not before he's gonna take out this edge. Morrow's gonna try to save this beautiful surround.
Needs some force fields, and there goes a couple.
I think this might actually be enough for Morrow. He has a ton of Zerglings.
These are really good force fields, though. We need to see another warp in. No, actually, it's not even nearly enough. The pylon's been cleaned up, though, and with no additional means to reinforce.
I think the...
Oh, that's okay. Look at these force fields.
That's sick. That's really sick, but now Morrow should just back off, and that's exactly what he will do, and then after that he will be able to take out all these units. I mean, Puzzle's dealing a huge blow to the economy of Morrow. However, he does end up losing a ton of expensive units as well. I'm a little bit sad Morrow doesn't have Zerglings over here trying to deny this.
Lings are finally going to come in here and clean up the sentries. They're all out of energy, and Morrow will retake this hatchery. I kind of think that he's okay, Kev.
Morrow?
Yeah.
Taking a look at the drone count right now, 61 against 59.
Maybe not.
I think he would have been okay if he had a couple of Zerglings over here. This is something we talk about so often in PvZ. He has a single Ling right now, but 3 cannons and Zealots and the ability to wipe in more units are actually going to secure this base, at least for now. Ooh, maybe he can intercept a couple of those probes. And I feel that's a really big problem. Oh, loving this.
That can work. The Banelings will deal with the cannon.
And look at this, man.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Puzzle sees it. That's really unfortunate for Morrow. So what is Puzzle's reaction to this going to be? It's got to be just, you know, good force field.
Ventral Sex is almost ready as well. Overlord Speed is ready already. I'm liking this. Oh, Banelings against...
oh, it's not loaded up yet, and Morrow's going to be forced to disengage here. Now he gets all those Banelings loaded up. It's going to be really hard. Dropping is coming down on top of the sentries. Puzzle really trying to move his units and avoid this splash damage, but it's just kind of inevitable that Morrow does rain down. Finally, he's going to be fighting over here at these cannons. Immortal going to soak up quite a bit of damage, and with the cannons supporting, Puzzle's going to survive this. So, well, reinforcements coming in as well. Only a single cannon left, and it's so low.
So close, Baneling.
Oh, that Immortal is probably going to fall. Sentry's going down as well. Puzzle's going to... Wow.
If only he had
if
+2.
only he had waited 2 more seconds for +2 to finish.
That's like the sickest Baneling ever. Was that one Baneling?
That was one Baneling. Banelings are good, man.
Banelings are good.
+2 Banelings. Zergs should really be dropping +2 Banelings every single game they play. I don't know why it doesn't happen more.
Still, that was a cost-effective fight for Puzzle. Puzzle still has a better economy than Morrow as well, but I'm loving this. Morrow's going to now drop some Lings in the main base, and this is really something he needs, because he knows that Puzzle's out of position. He knows there are cannons over here, but there are no cannons in the main. If Morrow wants to come back in this game, he's going to have to deal a lot of damage right now.
Now, one of the questions is, are the gateways off of cooldown? Oh, Puzzle might be looking at the wrong place. We see he's warping one Zealot on the production tab. That's probably over in his main. Yep, there we go. There's the big warp in. Those probes need to move.
Not enough, actually, but Morrow, I mean, Puzzle's going to lose so much right now. He's going to lose a ton of probes. He's going to lose a lot of Zealots.
And the Zealots all melt away. 2-2 Zerglings being more than Puzzle can handle right now, and it's starting to be reflected in the supplies. 96 supply for Puzzle, 115 for Morrow.
Born in the wrong place at the wrong time. You didn't see that Baneling warp, huh?
I missed it. Robotics Bay taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, it's going to be picked off. Great moves by
huge
Morrow.
pick-off as well. Morrow is not stopping.
And now
Morrow
he's just going to go attack the third again with another big drop. +2's done this time. This means Banelings will one-shot Workers.
We have a lot of cannons over here, so still maybe Puzzle can make the impossible happen. I love how he's whopping in Sentry straight away. He knows he needs to make something happen.
We'll see if he can do it, but those Overlords making a beeline for the Workers.
Oh, everything is so clumped up.
Drop. Actually, not so bad for Puzzle. Loses about as few probes as he could have hoped to lose.
Oh!
Wow, I don't even know where that Baneling came from. I take it all back. I take it all back.
MVP Baneling actually getting a huge hit off.
47 total.
Morrow is playing so well.
Killed. Yeah, and you know, when you get to this phase of the game, this is when this playstyle is so strong. It's fast, it's mobile, and it is explosive. And Morrow's maybe the best in the world at playing it.
And this is actually so nice for Morrow right now. This is such a huge, wide, long, open map. So with those Zerglings, he's always going to be able to pick up units. He knows he needs to save some time. Infestors are on the field. We have 4 Infestors right now. More are about to pop. And Infestors against Immortal Stalker without Blink.
Might be the wrong time to build 11 drones.
Oh, we have Blink. Yeah, that actually is the wrong time to build 11 drones. Beautiful fungal
goes down. Great Baneling connections.
He needs more He needs more Zerglings though. Right now he has nothing on the map besides 5 Infestors. 28 links on the way.
I think Puzzle lost too much. He's got to go back.
Too scary.
That one connection was enough to make him feel like he can't keep pushing.
Wow, what 6 ZVPs are we getting today? This is madness.
Gotta love it.
First day we were a bit like, those games were not the best that we've seen. But Vi vs Mana entertained me. Chef vs Ryder was absolutely awesome. And now this is top-notch too. The first game was a little bit of a letdown. I expected more out of these two guys because I really thought this was going to be our highlight of the day. Perhaps for a lot of people, Chef vs Hydra is the highlight, but I had high expectations of this best
This game's proving to be very, very exciting.
Living up to the expectations.
Morrow definitely creating a nice lead for himself. What does the income tab look like, I wonder?
It's good for Morrow right now.
72 to 51, that is very good for Morrow. He's securing a 4th base. Puzzle still has a 3-base economy. He's got Colossi coming out, so that's going to start making a difference. The Colossus is very good against the Zerglings, clearly. Morrow knows it. He's got his Hive on the way, Spire finishing up, so we're probably going to see some of a Broodlord switch.
We have nothing in the main base for Puzzle, so I would really love to see Morrow just every now and then drop a couple of Banelings.
Yeah.
He has an Overseer.
Or even just 8 Zerglings. They can be really
can be just annoying.
to deal with.
I'm loving this. He's going to do it at 2 moments.
On command.
Yep. That's my boy. That's why I love Mr. Anderson so much, man. Morrow is such a nice guy.
He gets it, man. Agent Morrow.
Special Agent Morrow.
Mr. Anderson. That was Neo, was Mr. Anderson.
I think Morrow thought that this was an Overseer.
Whoops. He can't carry Banelings. Why can't Overseers carry units?
It's kind of weird. It's like an upgrade and it loses.
It's like he grows an eyeball and he loses his hands.
I wouldn't have summoned things like that, but okay. Neuroparasite is being researched by Morrow. Let's take a look at Puzzle first person, or are you afraid we missed the Banelings then?
Oh man, and right as the drop begins to approach,
let's look Morrow first person.
Pushes out.
First person view from Morrow.
I don't think he's not even going to watch it. He's just got it queued up. And here we go. Drop is making its way in. Puzzle with a brilliant reaction. Sees it immediately. He's looking for these kind of drops.
However, Ben, on the left side of the map, Overseer is in position as well. Oh, he did not pick up the... That's so annoying, because now you know it's there.
Yep. And then you're going to feel like you have to leave some Stalkers back there.
And perhaps the best move in the game so far, Morrow.
Getting adrenal glands. This one's as good as over, Kev.
Puzzle, you're going to have to pull a miracle.
May as well GG now.
He is moving out with a pretty scary army, however. 21 Banelings morphing right now for Morrow. Morrow is getting a really cool army too. But Morrow does need a little bit more time. I'm so afraid I'm going to miss either of these 2 Baneling drops. Morrow, don't do this to me. Don't make me look bad.
A little curious that Morrow chooses to morph that many Banelings right now. This is the phase of the game where he wants to be saving gas for those Broodlords. Fleet Beacon on the way for Puzzle. If he can get that out, that'll definitely be the first step towards really making it to that ultimate endgame that Protoss wants to shoot for.
Cannon for mineral for like
that
130 minerals left.
Investment.
Morrow is just going for it right now. Heads up. With those Corruptors, I actually think he's going to be more than fine if he lands a couple of nice fungals.
Yes, indeed. Just kind of waiting for that fight to take shape. Overlords are enough of a threat for Puzzle to feel like he needs to get back. And
Fleet Beacon is almost ready, though, so Morrow shouldn't wait too much longer.
Here we go. Corruptors are making their way forward. They're going to make short work of the Colossi. Fungal's going down in a great spot. Baneling's going to land on everything Zealots. Oh, Stalkers melt away too. Everything just dies almost instantly, and Morrow walks out of that with a big supply lead.
Well, the remaining, Morrow just didn't really have remaining units to actually clear up. I mean, sure, he took out all the expensive units of Puzzle, which was great, but this is something that he needed to really clear up what was left. But however, he did save time for the first Broodlords, but we do see that Mothership being wiped in as well. And he still did not use those two Overlords over here.
That's true. That's true. If Morrow had sent those drops the exact same, like at that moment, that would have been the icing on the cake. It's going to be hard to drop that expansion.
Oh, yeah, it is. Maybe from here.
Yeah. Anyway, Morrow's continued to spread creep very well. Puzzle working on a
Ooh, Morrow!
fourth expand.
Be careful. We have 3-1 upgrades, by the way, guys, if you haven't kept track on the Protoss upgrades. 3-1 and 2-2 for Morrow. However, 3-3 is almost ready.
Lings just do a little loop-de-loop. They're going to cancel this Nexus almost certainly. Attempted run by in the main base gets shut down by a Colossus, but
he's so good. He's just like forcing Puzzle to chase a little bit, and then he's actually able to force the cancel once more. Morrow's just playing excellent.
Yeah, he really. Like I said before, man, I think he's one of the best in the world playing this kind of a style.
Yeah, he's been doing it for such a long time.
He was the first or the first that I know of to really utilize it. I think I saw a Fruit Dealer do it in like the second season of GSL, but
how cute is this, by the way?
Yeah, great scout.
I would love to see Baneling mines against Protoss. Probably not very effective.
I have one time used Baneling
mines.
Oh, Ben,
Morrow's going to try to do it at least with this Overlord, and now he's going to try to do it in the main.
There's nothing really there to kill.
There's always something.
Actually, no, he does get.
He got 6 probes.
For 3-4 Banelings.
Probably
Not bad.
Not good either.
No. Morrow's still just kind of controlling the middle of the map. This creep is giving him a lot of vision. And
I'm a little bit worried though for Morrow, because the longer he waits, now we see the High Templars are being warped in, and it would be such an anticlimax to see this game getting decided by an Archon toilet.
A single Vortex.
Yep. Despite me being Protoss, that doesn't give me a lot of joy.
I like seeing Vortex used in the way that Noni used.
Yeah, that was great, man.
That was cool. I hate it when a game just ends in one movement. That's just annoying. Morrow is sitting on about 170 supply.
Yeah, but
I
feel that he's been sitting on this supply for such a long time. Like, why can't Morrow max out?
There's not enough energy for Vortex.
Beautiful fungal.
Fungal catches a ton of Stalkers. One more would be pretty killer. Archon's going to be good against the Banelings and the Zerglings. Mothership taking some big damage. If the Mothership dies, there's going to be just about curtains for Puzzle. Morrow going to push in here with most of what he has. Mothership does fall, so no Vortex, and now there's nothing to engage these Broodlords.
Neuroparasite being used as well. One of these Colossus.
Morrow.
2 Colossuses, actually.
Just showing off now. Colossi going to work on these Stalkers while the Broodlords are being chased away.
Don't fly too much. Now a lot of Zerglings streaming, and that's exactly what Morrow needs to clear up this entire army.
Yeah, I could not agree more. 170 supply remains for Morrow, the same number that he seems to have always had.
Morrow has not been off 170 supply for the last 10 minutes in this game.
But Puzzle is down to only 80. GG comes out of the Korean. That ties up the series 1-1. We are going to see a game 3.
Such a good game, Ben.
It was a great game.
Obviously, like, we watch all the games of the NASL, not just the ones that we cast, but also the ones that Froden and Gretorp cast. And we like to make little write-ups for those games as well, just for ourselves, just to rate games. This probably gets the highest grade that I've seen. Even though I grade series, not single games.
I don't think I would rate it higher than... it was a good game. It was a great game.
I think this was great.
But I don't know if it was better than the Mono Vibe series yet.
Maybe not the entire series, but this game was my favorite, man.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well, Kev. Excellent game.